Hello everybody again, thank you for watching and welcome back. We're Cos and Mix.
And we are converting a brand new Fiat Ducato L3H2 into a winterized Wonderbus.
Yeah, we love winter and skiing and the Alps and the mountains in general, everything like that. So yeah, we wanted to build ourselves a bus in a way that was going to work really well for us as a family of four with two young kids and be able to park it in our city. In this episode, what we're going to show you is where we got our timber from and what the timber is going to be used for and how we go about turning it from wood into wood. And what I mean by that, what I mean by that, yeah, it's a tree, dead tree. Okay, so I have a friend and he's a tree surgeon, and he allowed me to raid his stores to find something that we were going to use for our strip wood battens on the ceiling and our kitchen worktop and some other bits and pieces around the van, maybe our table, whatever we can get out of it. Even though I was a carpenter for a long time, I don't have the scale of stuff that you need for chopping down and ripping down big chunks of trees, so I had to get it to the mill. So that's what this episode's all about. From the forest to the van.
Hello, so I've just come up to see my old mate Mike, who's got a like a pile of wood. He's a tree surgeon, so we're going to try and nick some of this stuff to make the worktop and the strip wood on the roof and do some bits in the kitchen. Naturally, this has all been in here for years and it's all sort of like dried out and kilned and everything else, and yeah, just going to pick some bits and pieces and yeah, start cutting it. Today is mill day, so we're taking our timber that my old friend Mike, the tree surgeon, got for us, and we're going to get it down to the mill. We're going to get them to rip it down in half on this one, and then on the other one that I've already put into the van, I'm going to get them to take off strip wood. This is going to be for our ceiling. And then this one here, obviously it's not a lot of sort of usable stuff you can do with the bark, unfortunately, but they're going to trim it through and get us some sort of planking type material. Maybe do some sort of funky shelves or something like that. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so I've come down to the mill. This is Sussex Timber, they're just in Stenning, and Toby here is setting the mill up. Let's see if I can find him. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, hi Toby. And yeah, so our bits of wood are just down over there, and they're going to run them through this machine. It's all a nice process to see. I must admit, this is my first time to a mill, even though I've been a chippy for close to 20 years. Generally speaking, all of our stuff was always just off the shelf. So this is really cool, kind of like getting a bit of nature into the van. So yeah. Alright, safety first, earplugs, high-vis. I'm standing well outside of the mill area, so I'll just keep an eye on Toby from here and watch him work his magic. So from what I understand, he's gonna, because the wood is kind of warped and twisted, he's gonna run the mill straight across the top of it, take maybe 10 or 15 mil off it, and then come back again and then flip it upside down onto the flat edge, and then what he's going to do is run the mill through it again, and so that what I end up with is a really nice straight piece of board. So our other two are here. This is going to be our strip wood for the ceiling, and that's just going to be some basic planking material so that we can yeah, make some shelves and bits and pieces, any other stuff for the van. Alright, this is quite a machine. From what I understand, this is diesel powered, and from my experience of diesel powered kit, yeah, it's powerful. Alright, here we go.
Flattery will get you somewhere with me. A compliment will get you everywhere. You'll see. I reckon you and I can march on anything tonight. The way that you look makes me think that you're alright. Size up on this. I swear rise up on this clue, and I swear I'll bang into you. And I don't know why, but I find if only you know. Let's mix it up, no one will know. Let's break the rule, mash it up, where do they go? Let's break the rule, it won't be us. Well, I'll show it to anyone. I'm not in love with you, it's just fun. Mix it up, no one will know. Let's break the rule, mash it up, where do they go? Let's break the rule, it won't be us. Well, I'll show it to anyone. I know I'm not in love with you, it's just fun.
Alright, it's the last bit done. Woo! Oh good, yeah, happy days. I'll get this lot back to the workshop and then get cutting that up. Yeah, there it is. Lovely. Great job, Toby. Thank you, mate.
Hope you've enjoyed that. Just to give you a bit more information, it's a Northern Cedar from the Ashdown Forest. It's probably about 160 years old. And this particular bit of wood has antibacterial properties.
Yeah, most cedar does, and I don't know if that's going to actually help, but it can't be a bad thing.
It smells really nice.
It does smell great. The mill, when they rip it down, the saw blade is quite rough, and so we've been left with basically battens that are about 50mm wide and about 12mm thick. But what we're going to do with that is we're going to take a planer to it and regularise them because they're all a bit wibbly wobbly. So we'll get them all nice and straight, just using the planer and some clamps, and we'll get them down to roughly about 40mm by 8mm. And I know that seems like there's probably a lot of wasted wood in there, but actually we keep the sawdust, and that we hope to use in the composting toilet in the future. You do see some quite chunky battens on van conversions, and the issue there is that everything that's big has weight, so we're going to try and keep the weight as minimal as possible. This is purely for decoration. It's not having any real sort of like structural property to what we're doing, apart from the worktop. But again, the worktop, we're going to do it quite thin, and if it is a bit heavy, then what we can do is on the underside of the worktop, we can just route out like a hollow underneath it to then make it lighter if we have to. But we're going to roll with those punches.
As and when we get there.
Exactly, yeah. So these chunks of wood are heavy at the moment.
Cool. Thank you very much for watching this video. What is up next? Do we know?
Maybe?
We don't know.
Ah, no, yeah. We're doing the wall insulation.
Ooh.
And getting the floor ready
Okay.
for the floor insulation too. So, and as usual.
Well, this is a like and subscribe.
Love it. Oh, it's so childish. Okay, yeah, well, now we're going to sign off. That's what we do, isn't it? We sign off by saying goodbye.
Goodbye. See you later.
Goodbye.
Come into mine. How do you feel? You